Hello, my name is Omar Rampersad. It is Friday, April 27, 2018 at 1:30 p.m. in Toronto. So I'm going to talk a little bit about one aspect of the community targeting program that's going on here that's affecting me. Um, as I mentioned before, and I'm not going to go over it again about the flagging. I mentioned about the flagging. So the flagging is as a result of constant calls and constant reports that's made by the perpetrators who are following me around and harassing me to collect information and more like misinformation about me. So here is something that I wanted to point out about this whole process of reporting. I've been reporting to the Toronto police that men were following me around and for years. And I have been repeatedly being told that um, that it was all in my head, basically. It's what it boiled down to. Um, which of course is not true because I was being stalked and harassed because there was a report about me and there is enough information that was given to the police to come and haul me out of my home. So I was being stalked and followed around to get that information. Um, so but anyway, the interesting part of this whole thing is while I was reporting this, the same people are going to the police saying that I am following them, while I am telling the police and blogging about it and tweeting about it that I am scared of the same people. This is one part of the targeting program that seem to indicate rather clearly, I think, the one sided nature of this whole program, the suppression of my voice. This is intentional for targets on the whole. My voice has to be suppressed. It cannot be two sides, or else the agenda will not be fulfilled. The agenda being to have me mentally committed or imprisoned or killed, basically. So while I'm reporting that these specific people were following me around and harassing me, criminally harassing me, making all kinds of nasty remarks outside the window constantly for years, these same people are calling the cops about me and are being believed. Misogynistic attitude. So I just wanted to point that out. I mean, uh, in Toronto, there was an incident recently about the man in the van that plowed down the people on the sidewalk, and the people on the sidewalk were mostly women. This is the result of misogynistic attitudes, beliefs, and systems that are in place. Since I was charged and I went through the system, I know firsthand about this attitude. I experienced it firsthand. And there were some comments from some lawyers that I talked to about the differences in the way men are treated in the system and the way women are treated. So, this whole community targeting program is a result of this culture, this misogynistic culture that we have here in Canada and around the world. But Canada, is held to such a high standard that we should not have it in the first place. It should not be here. So this is why I'm speaking out against it because I experienced it. It has to change, and there are ways of changing it. And I think that we have a good political system in place right now to make that change happen. Suppression of voice is the first step to suppressing a whole sector of humanity. 50% of us. This should not be. It should not exist. This culture should not exist in the police system, in any sort of security system that has power to come to your home and drag you out, slam you against the wall and drag you out, or come and charge you without questioning. Having um, two sides, conflicting stories, but no question. Making that decision not to question. This should not happen. It should not take place. Anyway, I'm going to make this a brief video today. Um, this is my main point that I wanted to make. This is the main point I wanted to make. There is, as I said before, an ongoing push in my building to get me out because I am talking about trafficking that's going on in this building, remote trafficking, and some other things that need in the general area, not only in the building. This is a little bit about racism as well. I am being targeted. I believe that um, one of the factors I am being targeted is the fact that I am Indian, West Indian uh, um, background. So the Chinese culture is misogynistic, as is the Indian culture. So I believe this is a factor in this whole community targeting program. I mean, someone sitting in their living room and being assaulted with a laser in their genitals because they happen to be a woman is a very misogynistic act, and this should be dealt with. We should have technology in place and a process in place to investigate crimes that's been committed with remote technologies, specifically remote technologies. Because these technologies, they target women. They target women. So we have to have something in place to investigate these remote technologies. Talk to you another time.